generate actions based on text. It has been released for a year. Released by Tencent Hunyuan Motion 1.0. This expert made a plugin for comfyui. But there are some issues. Recently updated, he fixed the GPU mode loading error of this GAF model. There is also a RAM explosion issue, but this is not easy to use. Even after the previous fixes, it's still not very easy to use. There are still various issues, but his workflow can be used. I modified it with AI. This one, it's just that the AI modifications are a bit not released yet. You can get it from the group, the modified extension. What did the AI mainly change? For example, before by default, it needs to load this text model first. It uses questions.B. By default, it can load the complete large model. It can also load GAF quantized models. Now, it has been modified to support other models of tens of millions. 4B has been tested. After testing, I found that you don't need to use 8B. Including me now using RTX 4070 Super with 16GB RAM. If you use 8B to run these things too much, when it loads too many models, will still have RAM issues and it's slow. Tested 0.6B and 4B. It has little impact on the final effect, not much interference. Almost no change. It's still a relatively random thing. Maybe this thing released by Tencent. The two models of Motion 1.0 itself, he released two. One is the official version. There is also a lightweight version. Look at the size of the lightweight version. 1.84GB. Official version is 4GB. It doesn't have much data. But in the end, I found that the lightweight version is better than the official. To use. Where is it better? For example, the prompt remains unchanged. Now it says a person is dancing. After final testing, including us only modifying the fixed prompt, only modify, for example, this model 0.6 and this lightweight version and official version, everything else remains the same. The final effect looks like currently. Now I just use 0.6B directly because it doesn't have much impact. Use 0.6B for the large version for this. This is the fastest. The effect is also good. The basis for my judgment of good effect is finally, that, for example, let's play it now. Look at this effect. You don't need to care about how he dances first. It's the first version. Now it's the text-generated action technology. Because there aren't many open source ones. This is as just the beginning. As it can move. I think it's good. But if you use other models, not only does it take a long time to load when it finally moves. Let's take a look at the effect. It doesn't move much either. I can't even trigger its large-scale random movement. It's loading now. By the way, let's talk about the last one. This node can only be set to a maximum of 12 seconds. You can see the output here is 360 so frames. It outputs 30 frames per second. The second to last CFG is this value. The smaller you set it, the closer the action data it used for training before. That's unnecessary. But if it's too large, it's also messy. It gets farther and farther from your prompt. I don't know what the last one does for now. Because when I turned it down from the test results, there's not much difference. Just leave it for now. I fixed the second random value now. Why did I fix it? Because after trying so many random values, I found that this fixed value, relatively speaking, it will at least move. Some of the movements are actually decent, relatively close. If you find some other values, you can also share them. Look at the current effect. Look at this effect. You don't need to care about how he dances first. It's the first version. Now it's this text-generated action technology. Because there aren't many open source ones. This is just as long as it can move. I think it's good. But if you use other models, not only does it take a long time to finally moves. How to put it? Let's take a look at the now effect. Using the standard model prompt. Still a person dancing. He dances significantly worse than before. It's very strange. I won't switch the large model. It's meaningless. It will output the entire action here. An open pose. This thing, if you need to use this image elsewhere, you can also use it. Overall deployment is simple. Mainly modified this large model. The supported part, including fixing some other things. Let's look at its GitLab interface. Its model weights. It says it only needs these action models, 2 cuts and standard, including gov. Put this 10.108 here. But actually, it missed something. Let me look for it. Look at hi. Motion. Tencent folder. Putting these two is fine. Putting other things in Java is also fine. But it's missing one more. Missing a sleep model. This is a model needed for this text box. It needs this. And this gov model. You can't use it if you only have this gov model. It will prompt you that the configuration file is missing. But it doesn't mean you need to use the configuration file of this gov model. What it wants is, it actually wants the configuration file of the standard model. 0.6b or 8b is fine. You don't need to download I downloaded it here because this 0.6b is relatively small. Mainly need token. This beginning is very clean. Of course, for safety reasons I downloaded everything else. For example, you see, I didn't download only the PNG model files. You see, putting them all under this can be read. At first, for example, his normal name has a space here. It wasn't supported. Now after modification, I have supported it. You can have no space. No, it turned out that there was no space here. It will read correctly. But the model you find by default, it actually has a space. Anyway, it's all supported. All names now are supported. I can try. This thing is relatively simple, so there shouldn't be a need to write documentation. If there are too many questions from everyone, I will write another document. Workflow. It includes these Java and JLB. Including 1.0. Mibao is equivalent to a bone standard. This rewritten. I haven't tried it much. You can try it. Also, the model loading error on the right doesn't need to be taken care of. Including the Sandy model generation I posted last time. The hot flow will also have this error. Node is reporting an error. This node. Because he has nothing now. It will load once. So it will have such a prompt. You know, this doesn't need to be taken care of. As long as there's no sudden operation failure, an error for you. That doesn't need to be taken care of. If you want to ask questions, or if you want to leave a message on the forum to ask questions. For example, if you get an directly send a screenshot. This error interface doesn't have useful. Everyone can say anything. You'd better use this. For example, the launcher you use. Or if you deploy it yourself. The one running in the CMD terminal. That's it, real-time output. You can directly copy these things. Don't press Ctrl+C terminates the command in the terminal. You can directly select and right-click. Then it's copied. Actually, you don't need to directly send it to AI. It will help you analyze the current error, what caused it, etc. There shouldn't be any other problems. Stop here for now.